I never thought I'd be the kind of person to talk about money on the internet. I went through over a decade of medical training, sacrificing sleep, time, and life balance just to help others. But after all that, I started to realize the system we live in is quietly robbing people like me, like you. And that's what led me to Bitcoin. During med school and residency, I didn't have any extra money to invest. Every dollar went towards rent, groceries, and the occasional night out. But once I became an attending, I finally had some breathing room. I knew I needed to do something smart with my money. So I followed the prudent advice, bought a condo, dollar cost averaged into the S&P 500, and it felt good. Until 2020 happened. The economy shut down. The stock market crashed. Then, miraculously, it surged to all-time highs. I remember thinking, how does that make any sense? That's when I learned. The stock market didn't bounce back because of innovation or productivity. It went up because the government printed trillions of dollars out of thin air. In fact, over 40% of the US dollar supply was created in just the past 5 years. I had a gut feeling, this isn't sustainable. If the money supply keeps going up, the value of each dollar goes down. And unless you own assets like stocks, real estate, or crypto, you're screwed. Wages don't keep up. Groceries get more expensive. Rent eats your paycheck. You have to work harder just to stay in the same place. That's when I discovered what fiat really means. Fiat money means it's not backed by anything. It's literally just paper. Before 1971, the dollar was backed by gold. Today, it's backed by trust. And trust can evaporate fast. Throughout history, every fiat currency has eventually failed, either through hyperinflation or collapse. The US is no exception. We're just on a slower path. If everyone went to withdraw their savings right now, the banks couldn't cover it. That's called a bank run. It's happened before. It will happen again. We just think we're immune because we live in the US. That's naive. All you have to do is study history. So I asked myself, what's the alternative? That's when I found Bitcoin. And I realized it wasn't just another asset. It was a new form of money. No central bank can print more of it. You hold your own keys. No one can seize it. It's mathematically scarce. Only 21 million will ever exist. It's decentralized, borderless, incorruptible. Bitcoin doesn't just protect your wealth, it protects your freedom. And here's the crazy part. It's still wildly underpriced because most people don't understand what it really is yet. In the early days, Bitcoin was dismissed as a scam. Wall Street mocked it. The government tried to ban it. But then something shifted. Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock and the most powerful man in finance, changed his tune. He now calls Bitcoin digital gold. BlackRock and Fidelity are telling financial advisors to buy Bitcoin. Governments are quietly accumulating it, and game theory is kicking in. Corporations, countries, and investors are all racing to get in before the others. There will only ever be 21 million. This isn't speculation, this is math. Now that Bitcoin is approaching 100,000 again, people say, isn't it too late? But that's like asking if it was too late to get a cell phone in 2005. Adoption is still just beginning. Bitcoin is likely to be the best performing asset of the next 30 years. Yes, it can be volatile in the short term, but if you zoom out, It's the most asymmetric opportunity you'll ever see. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. For me, Bitcoin isn't about getting rich. It's about not getting robbed. I work hard. I sacrifice. I'm not going to let a corrupt system devalue my time, my energy, my life force. Bitcoin is the only place I can store value that can't be printed away, can't be seized, and actually aligns with truth, freedom, and sovereignty. I didn't come to this conclusion overnight, but the deeper you go, the more obvious it becomes. If you're just hearing about Bitcoin now, you're not too late. You're still early, but this moment won't last forever. You don't have to go all in. Just start learning. Because once you truly understand Bitcoin, it's not just about making money. It's about waking up to the deeper truth of our world and reclaiming your power. Bitcoin is hope, and it's time to stop ignoring it.